And joining me are my lovely co-hosts.
Hi, this is Priscilla.
Hi, and this is Letty.
Welcome and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. See, we told y'all that we'll be back. Y'all didn't believe us. You thought we was going to probably make you wait a couple more years. Just kidding. But first and foremost, I do want to say a big thank you to all of our supporters who all really showed up and showed out during the last episode. I gagged when I saw the views. I was like, wow, this many people are tuning in. We're so grateful for the feedback, for the views and the likes. If you haven't already, please like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your mom, tell your dad, your coworker, your dog, just subscribe. But yeah, tell the world that cancel culture is officially back and we're the best podcast in the world. So thank you again so much. We love you all so much. So ladies, what have y'all been up to since we last met?
Nothing really. It was recently my birthday.
Yay. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
What did you do for your birthday?
Nothing really. I just went out to eat. I kept it simple this time.
Ooh,
yeah.
Girl, you went to a karaoke. You went out to
yes.
Bungee jumping. You
That
got
was afterwards.
from
You said on my
5,000
birthday.
people.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Bungee jumping here in Chicago.
Over exaggerating.
She sent us like a whole bunch of gifts that she got from, I think, your coworkers.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I saw it. That was really, really
Wow.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I wish my coworkers can love me like that, but that shows that how a great worker you are. So, and we love you, Priscilla. So,
Yeah, we love you. Do you want us to sing happy birthday to you?
Yeah.
oh no, that's gonna be my blessed doing. I don't have the best
We'll do that
voice.
off camera. My voice is a little.
Yes, we
I'm
do
still
that.
getting from that cold, y'all. So yeah,
Yes.
that's my excuse. So for all of our new viewers, Priscilla is obviously my cousin that can't get rid of me. My favorite cousin and one of my favorite cousins in the world.
Oh yes.
In case the other ones is watching it again. Okay, man. So happy birthday again. We love you so much. And
Here at Cancel Culture.
yes. Okay. So, what have you been up to, Letitia?
Look, I don't know, just being tired from working and just being a mom, I guess. I haven't done much. Yeah.
How's the motherhood? How's the kid? How's my baby?
Oh, baby is doing wonderful. Today we had a good time today. We went to see Santa, which was so amazing. So,
That's really good.
yes, I'm
like
excited.
He was excited.
He was so excited. He had so much fun. Yes.
Well, I'm glad that you try your best to do a lot with your kids because
You have to. You
that's
have
important.
to. Because, they are growing and soon, you will be like, oh my God, I didn't do much. So, yeah.
Definitely. Well, you're spoiling him as a mom, so.
I got to.
Yeah, definitely important. Personally, for me, I haven't been up to too much. I've been trying to get back to the routine of going to the gym. For those who don't know, I became like a low-key gym girl.
Gym rat?
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be in there like once or twice a week for like 20 minutes.
Look.
And I just go to Burger King right after. But it's big.
It's not Popeyes.
Look, I was about to say that.
Especially that 2-piece deal on Tuesdays.
Look, shout out to Popeyes.
Please sponsor us. But yeah, outside of the gym, I went out with Siggy last weekend. We our former co-host. We went to this like pop-up shop, Santa Treehouse thing downtown. It was
I think didn't I send you that? I wanted
seen
to.
it.
Yes, I think I said I wanted to go. Yeah, because I sent it to Cameron also. That we can do something when I come to Chicago. It's something that we can do together.
Maybe we can still go. It was a nice time. Like it was over capacity. That was my only problem. Because I asked them, like, we RSVP'd and everything, and it took us a while to even get a place to sit.
Wow.
But it was so beautiful. Like, it was just so much. It was like you could order food, drinks, of course, and then they had like places where you could take pictures, and it was like huge. We didn't really even have enough time to
do
explore
all
the places
that.
we were catching up as girls.
That's really good.
But
That's really nice.
I love it.
We enjoyed ourselves. But yeah, let's get into some fresh, hot, piping political tea. So President Joe Biden came under fire this first week of December after several news outlets announced his decision to pardon his son, Hunter Biden, who allegedly was convicted for illegally purchasing and possessing a weapon as a drug user. I think this occurred this past June, according to CNN News. So from what I've gathered, it appears that people had a problem with President Biden because he backtracked on his word. He allegedly previously stated that he would never pardon his son. And, a lot of Democrats feel like he basically lied, and it would negatively impact his public image as a public figure. So, ladies, how do we feel about, his decision to pardon his son? Do you think it was right? And also drop a comment in the video if you also want to give your feedback. But how do you all feel?
I actually feel like from the beginning, maybe he shouldn't have said nothing about it. Like when they asked him, he should have been quiet about it to see how the election was going to go. Because I think he was counting on Kamala to win, and that is why he said what he said. But as a parent, I do understand where he's coming from. Because why wouldn't you? And there's a lot of presidents who have come and gone who have done that. And this is family we are talking about. And it's very sad for him to have to go through that. And I don't know why people are mad, because if it was you will do that for your family. And why not? Even though he said he wasn't going to do it, why not? That's my family, so I'm not going to let him go to jail for just, he didn't murder nobody.
Yeah, I think
so. It's not like if it was it's a drug and a
he
gun.
Possessed a weapon as a drug user,
yes.
Allegedly.
You see, so if it was murder, that's different. I'm like, no, that's bad. But I feel like it was just, I don't think he should go to jail.
It's sometimes I feel like also when this is it.
Yeah.
Biden is like, hey, I'm gonna do this for my son, and he knows that there was gonna be backlash. He probably just knew that, and then just said okay. And from my understanding, I don't think he said anything after that about the backlash that is coming. I haven't heard anything. Don't quote me, but I mean, he probably just like, hey, I'm ready to go, and this is what I'm gonna do.
So, understood. Speaking of pardons, President-elect Donald Trump recently stated that he's also considering pardoning his supporters that were involved in the Capitol attack that occurred on January 6, 2021. Just as a brief reminder, on January 6, 2021, a group of people stormed the U.S. Capitol after Trump lost the election against President Joe Biden. So, do we agree with his decision to even consider pardoning these individuals? And what message do you think he's trying to send? Because it's giving dictatorship to me.
It's giving a lot. It's giving a lot because he was the one who incited this riot in the beginning. Exactly. So I don't understand why he wants to do that. I feel like this is different from what Biden is trying to do. And I think this is different because this is somebody who incited a riot for this six people? I think there were a lot of them.
It was multiple people.
It was multiple people. So like I feel like he's trying to say that it's okay to do that. He's trying to tell people that it's okay for you to go and destroy properties, for you to disrespect the country, and you are going to get pardoned as long as you are with him.
That's how I feel it.
Like it's not okay.
It's not. Like his
but
supporters have the right to be upset, maybe.
Yes.
But pardoning them for a crime that
they committed, though.
It's insane.
There are people who got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
there was a police officer that Homelessness.org said that his death was like not completely related. That I think he had a heart attack or something of the sort. He had a stroke. Yes, he died from a stroke. I think either during or after the riot, and 4 officers actually ended up committing suicide after.
I did not know that.
Yes, I didn't know that either.
If there was no intervention, we don't know what. Like, if the police officers didn't intervene, we don't know what exactly would have done. So I think pardoning them essentially is kind of sending out the message, the wrong message, that like if you're upset about something, you can break the law and react violently, especially if you're doing it for me as a president, which again I think is a dangerous rhetoric. I really feel like I hope it's not like a precedence of what we're gonna see for anybody that does something in support of him and his presidency. You're like, oh yeah, you burnt a bridge or you caused havoc because of me. Yeah, you're not gonna go to jail. So I don't know. It's a little dangerous for me. But switching gears to some local tea, Fox News recently reported that for the first time in history, the city of Chicago recently relocated homeless residents into shelter beds. And I think this occurred on or around December 8th. By December 8th, city officials moved 39 residents into an apartment. And although, I think this is wonderful news, of course, helping out the homeless, why do you think that as a city we waited this long to execute this plan? Because this is, according to Fox News, this is the first time the city has done that.
You said city of Chicago, right?
The city of Chicago moving homeless residents into like shelter beds and apartments.
I actually thought they did have shelters for the homeless. That's what I actually thought they did have one of those, because I thought I seen one on the uptown. I thought there was one in uptown.
They have homeless shelters, but this is the first time I think they've executed a plan where they've removed the mass individuals that are in the camps. Like they've helped people facilitate from like being in camps, in tents, into being in apartments and shelters.
So, are they going to find are they going to find a way to help these people, not just giving them apartments? Are they going to find them help like jobs? The ones on drugs, are they going to help them get off that and get them into rehab? That is like my question. Are they going to do that, or they are just getting them into an apartment and that's it?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that they're gonna have to go through.
Because it's just
a matter of the resources. Like I'm big on resources, and to me, from what I've seen, and I mean, don't quote me. I think the resources is there, but it's only just it's just a small amount. And to answer your question, because you said recently that they're doing it, right? It's going to take a long time.
Yes.
It shouldn't take a long time.
It shouldn't.
But there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. It's very complex.
Yes.
We do need more mental health facilities.
Yes.
Yes. I feel that we used to have those programs, but it's kind of declining because we don't have that support as we used to. We don't have as much. That's how I feel.
And I feel like they need to find the root cause of why people are being homeless here in Chicago. Mm-hmm. If they have to find a bigger land for people in Chicago, because we do have a lot of empty lands here in Chicago. Yes. What are they doing? Why are these people being homeless? And not just getting them an apartment and that's it. They have to find like a lot of resources for them and get them jobs, because if you find an apartment for me but I don't have a job, how am I going to maintain it? Yeah, like you can't always like hold somebody's hands to every time. You gotta give them how to move. Yeah, and I feel like if they're going to do that, they need a lot to do that.
And I love helping people. I'm big on the process first, though. You have to come up with a plan and then come up with a concise plan. And then also think about what if this happens or what if that happens, because a lot of times you can help that person and then something happens,
That's so true.
Other times you can help that person and it's successful, sometimes it's the repeated person who's repeatedly doing the same thing over and over and over.
And it's not everybody who wants to be helped. You have to know that. Some people are okay with their situation,
right?
And you have to know what type of trauma they are going through for them to get to where they are.
That's where the mental facilities need to come into place.
Yes. Because I felt another thing is that getting an apartment is really inadequate. They do need those mental facility, financial education, because if you don't have financial literacy, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. So let's switch gears and get into some Chicago music tea. So recently, Chicago artist and media personality FYB J-Main is trying to push peace in Chicago. He recently went to a walk, which most of us know it's a neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, and he visited the neighborhood in an attempt to talk things between him and essentially his enemy neighborhood gang, which he posted on his YouTube channel. And even though it didn't end too well, from watching the video, it looks like a rapper by the name of E-Dog confronted him for disrespecting him in the past. So FYB J-Main was trying to reconcile with these rappers and trying to tell them, I really want to push peace. I don't want to fight with you all anymore, especially through music. And a lot of the rappers, well, one in particular, I think his name is Muna Ike. Muna Ike, he was telling him, FYB J-Main was telling him that, I'll take some of my music down if I disrespected anybody in your neighborhood. Like, let's start to push the peace. And it didn't end too well. Like I said, a rapper by the name of E-Dog told him and confronted him and said, like, you disrespected me. Like, I really can't get over that. And J-Main ended up walking away. So it does seem like some people were trying to hear him out in the neighborhood. He talked to like the locals, and they were all kind of saying, yes, we really do need to at least start with the music in combating the violence. So it looks like this pushing peace agenda is something that he has been talking about for some time. So ladies, do we think that one artist can spark a movement to lead other artists to stop, first and foremost, disrespecting people in their songs, and eventually just bringing peace and unity to the music scene and in the city in general?
It's a start.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a start.
I agree.
There's a slow start, so everybody has to come into the same page, basically. But it's a start.
I totally agree.
And I think that we talked about this, something similar in our last podcast, about like having peace and in the music scene, because that is where it has to start. Since everybody want to be a musician, I think it has to start from there. I feel bad that somebody's trying to start. I think he's being sincere.
And that's what a lot of people were
saying in the
video. They're like, you came to our neighborhood with the camera, posting on your blog, promoting your products. Are you sincere? Like, why now? Why did you wait till you were 30 and why weren't you doing this?
Because that is where you start realizing your past mistakes. It's in your 30s, not in your 20s.
Most of the time, but sometimes they still.
Like, I feel like in your 30s, you start realizing certain things in your life. Yes. And it depends if you want to move with it or you don't.
That's true.
You see? That's how I feel. Like, you realize, I can't do this. Like, but, maybe you see, your 30 is different. You are still like in 20, but if you get to 31, 32 going, right, your movement starts to change in a way. So I think that's where he is in life, and that's where I think that the knowledge is coming in. And I feel like they should give him the chance to see and not push him down right away. People need to hold him and try to see He said he wants to take some music down that has disrespected whoever. Let him try.
Yeah.
Why can't he try?
Yeah, I agree. I think
Let him try it.
some people are really traumatized though, and I think a lot of people are really, really hurt.
We are traumatized about a lot of things, but we
some
can't.
people, they find it hard to forgive.
Yeah.
Like they're like, okay, you can forgive, but this person killed my uncle, killed my.
Yeah, nobody said don't forget about it. Nobody is saying don't forget about it, but you can't try in your heart and say that, okay, I can't forgive you, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I don't have to forgive you. I don't need to be close to you, but I'm gonna try to move forward with certain issues. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Is what he's trying to do.
So I think that should be it. Nobody's saying that forgive and forget. Definitely nobody can forget trauma. But you can learn to cope with it. And I feel like that's what they are supposed to do. And I feel like big artists needs to come in if this is what he's trying to do and move forward with it. But
there are some, but there should be more. Like I said,
I think even Dark kind of like was trying to hop on.
Yes.
Let me help you guys push peace. So
and it needs to make like a peace concert or something.
As you mentioned, that trauma, thinking about it, you don't know what that person's been through. You know, let's just say if something was to happen, God forbid, and your mind is still thinking about it. It's kind of mental too.
Yes.
So you have to really have to get out of that mental state. Yes. And like you said, some people may forgive and some people may not. And with that may not, sometimes they want to retaliate. And then when the retaliate hits, then that's going to be a repetitive recycling.
Exactly.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Sometimes
and that will never stop.
You won't know who did it. And sometimes you will know who did it.
I hope that J-Man keeps pushing this agenda because it can make a huge impact on the violence in the city. It can. The music does have an effect on the violence. So let's talk about some trending African tea. For those of you who don't know, Ghana recently elected its first female vice president after West Africa.
I'm excited about this news.
Ghana Web online article. Her name is Professor Nana. She's Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman was elected as vice president during its election on December 7th. Former President John Dramani Mahama, who represented the NDC, which is the National Democratic Congress, won against Vice President Muhammadu Bahumia. So he's a candidate that's running for the ruling New Patriotic Party, which is the NPP, according to DW.com. So Mahama's campaign focused on supporting young entrepreneurs and farmers, rejuvenating the economy, especially after Ghana went into debt in 2022 and our currency lost value. So I say we because those of you who are watching, we're Ghanaian. I'm Ghanaian, born and partially raised, and all of us in here are of Ghanaian descent. So, ladies, as a proud Ghanaian, what did we think of this election and having the first female vice president?
Look, I'm excited about this news. I don't know, but I feel like women makes 14.9% of parliaments in Ghana, which is very low. 14.9%. Look, which is very low. It's so mad low. So for her to be, and with her background in education, I feel like she'll be marvelous. And thanks to John Dramani Mahama for actually picking her to be his running mate, because it's long overdue. I feel like it's long overdue because women in Africa have been the pioneers for a long time. Look, we have been a pioneer and we have been the backbone of this man doing so much, and we don't get the recognition that we well deserve. For her to be the first, hopefully the first female president, Speak that into existence. This will be so well. It will help females want to get into politics a lot because I have seen the amount of women trying to be in politics, and I feel like she's not slay queen.
Like remember the last episode, you're like the women in
like
inspired to be like feeding off these
exactly. So she can change the narrative of that, and women can be more into higher positions like her, and not have the bad rep for just being like slay queens or whatever, and side chicks and all that. That's now what we pride ourselves to be. So, and I'm really excited for her, and I know she's going to be amazing. So yeah, let's do this.
The Ghana Web article highlighted how underrepresented women were like in politics, like we said. So I'm happy. I really hope that this will encourage women to also strive for jobs that they don't see themselves represented in. Because as a culture, even though I feel like in my family at least, they do the best to encourage women to strive for the best. Like my dad will always be like, you can do exactly what a man can do. Why can't you be a manager? Why can't you? So I hope that this sets that tone for a lot of women in Ghana and encourage them to just strive for the best.
Yes, equal gender opportunity for us. And I feel like just like how your father does, like I feel like most women that I have come across, and I feel like I was raised by a bunch of women, which I'm so proud of because it has made my perspective in life change for me to know that I'm strong, I can do a lot for myself, because all the women I have met over this lifetime are women who I haven't met any man. I have met some men, but like most of the people who have made me to the woman that I am today are women who I haven't seen nobody like be in the backseat of nothing. Even for my family, all the women, if they have men, they still have strived to do good, better things, like own their own homes, have better jobs than the men in our family, which I have always strived to be, and which I always tell myself I can do a lot without having, because of the type of women I have met and the women in my family. So it's nothing has ever stopped me from wanting to achieve anything, because I haven't met any woman that hasn't gotten what they want.
We're not trying to compete.
Yes, we are not trying to compete with nobody.
No,
I'm not saying that like that as being a woman is whatever. Yes, I'm just saying that as a woman, you can do better. Yes. Yeah, we are not saying that we want to be masculine and just be going back saying, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we can do much better, and we have to see ourselves doing much better. That's it.
And I hope having the first female vice president can really set that tone.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's time for us to get into our main segment, cancel or uncancel. Now, before we talk about this segment, I do want to clarify some things from the last episode. I've gotten some feedback, one person, from people that are confused as to the main segment and the purpose and the name of our podcast. We said in the first episode that we're not canceling anybody. Okay, cancel culture is a real phenomenon that's becoming more prevalent in today's society because mainly of social media, but it's been around for some time. And for those of you who are unaware of what cancel culture means for our older generation, Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines cancel culture as the mass withdrawal of support of public figures or celebrities that have done things that are not socially accepted today. The practice of canceling or mass shaming often occurs on social media platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. And this is from Merriam-Webster website and a direct quote from Demetrius Smollett. So we're simply just making an observation of individuals who appear to have already been canceled and having just a nuanced discourse. No one here is perfect. We don't have a jail or a hell to put anybody in. We're not here to judge anybody, including you, the viewer or the listener. So we're just speaking on individuals that are public figures who are followable just like you and me. So we try our best to discuss these topics with a little bit of grace. So we're not only going to be discussing people, but sometimes we'll discuss ideas, cultural practices that appears to have been canceled as well. So with that being said, our canceled or uncanceled person this month is no other than Jussie Smollett. Now, Jussie Smollett is an actor that was convicted in 2019 for staging a racist and homophobic attack downtown Chicago. I know a lot of you probably remember this incident. It was at the brink of COVID. Jussie Smollett was accused of planning a hate crime downtown Chicago, where MAGA supporters yelled racial and homophobic slurs and put allegedly a noose on his neck, according to a news report from BBC News. He gained a lot of public support initially, branding himself as the gay Tupac. And eventually he was charged with disorderly conduct, falsifying police reports in 2019. So the Chicago police believe his motive was due to being dissatisfied with his salary, and they believe that he paid two Nigerian men and other people. This is all facts. To other people.
We are so sorry.
The convictions led to him being suspended from Empire, and Empire was shortly canceled. We don't know if that's because
my favorite show.
I love that show. An article from Fox News stated that his professional career also hit rock bottom as a result. So fast forward to November 21st, 2024. His conviction was overturned by the Illinois Supreme Court. Now, seeing that his reputation was tarnished and his career was impacted by these events, I believe in a way that he was canceled in some sense. So in light of this newfound possibility of innocence, I say possibility because overturning a conviction, I've learned, doesn't mean you're innocent. There's just a possibility. So the question lies, should he remain canceled? Ladies?
It's been long enough. I mean, that
situation. We're like, okay, let's just get over it.
That situation was crazy. I mean, at that time, yeah, he was canceled, but I mean, are we gonna just cancel him for that
forever?
Yeah.
I think because a little bit of time has passed.
Yeah.
We should kind of like let it go.
Yeah, because there's other crazy stuff. I mean, like I said, he did some crazy stuff, and to me personally, I think it was a lie. But at the same time, that story was crazy. I don't even want to even think about it. I don't know if you saw the David Chappelle skit, but
yeah, I do have a lot of questions about the alleged hoax. I think there's still like
something is going on. I still want to know.
You know what? Even Jonathan Majors, even with what happens to him, he still got a girlfriend. A fiance now, and he's gonna be in the new movie. Y'all better leave that man alone. I feel like it's about time y'all leave that man alone. He still don't got no job.
No, what I heard?
He got a job.
No, I think he recently came in Chicago. Actually,
he's directing a new movie.
Yeah. He's directing. He's behind the scenes.
But like I said, you know,
yeah, I feel like it's about time. He has been through a lot, and he needs to be left alone. And
let that go.
Let that go. He did it. He didn't do it. Like, that's him and his maker.
I think he should be uncanceled too. And I'm just trying to be fair because I know the last episode I was saying that even if, like, Diddy probably, if he's found not liable, we should consider uncanceling him. So, okay, before we go, I do want to shout out my cousin's website, shadowbill.shop, for merchandise and products. Please visit it. Please support the fam. For more information, The link will be in the description. But yes, please visit this website when you get a chance. Again, it's shop. You can find great products, merchandises, media products as well. So yes, please shop and support. And for anybody who wants to promote their products or be the guest interview, please email us at the link that will be in our description as well.
Yes.
At
this
so
place
she
we all
prices,
fam. Yay. In this club, we are all fam,
Right
right?
in the club,
We're all fam.
Sorry. Okay, ladies, it's time to. Okay, ladies, so it's time to name three. So, name three is a segment where we name three things that should never be canceled. Again, we're not canceling anything, it's just a play on words.
Okay.
So, for today's episode, we're going to name three African foods that should never be canceled. And please, ladies, to your best of your ability, please describe the food and mention the origin of the country that the food is from.
Oh.
So yeah.
Three, right?
Yep, three. No
Don't
more.
revoke my kind of card. Of course, jollof rice.
Of course, I said
I
it.
don't care. I don't care who I jollof rice.
Go ahead, sis.
Jollof rice.
Jollof rice is always a win. Like,
Look, I don't know who wants to cancel jollof rice. You can burn in hell for that.
And wache.
Ooh.
But the wache has to be perfectionist.
it gotta be straight from
You
the
know,
crop.
And it has to be a certain way.
So
With
goes.
the leaves, yes. Same with jollof too. I'm a rice head.
Oh, Jesus.
Like,
I revoke my card.
We already been there.
Plantain.
plantain, fried plantain.
But the other,
I'm not gonna help you. Don't look at me.
I don't know you.
I don't know how people.
Fried plantain or the cooked.
The one you
I don't know.
one.
Killerbilly.
Oh.
You were harmless. I shouldn't have even said it for her though.
Yes, Killerbilly. That's my favorite.
But you can't even say it.
Huh?
What country is out of
Ghana.
Ghana?
They're all Ghana.
GH. Okay.
Look.
What about you, Letitia?
Look, okay. I know the internet, I think, was it last year? Y'all really have to try African food. Y'all be playing with us.
There's a lot more.
Y'all better stop playing with us.
There's a lot more.
There is more than that. Look, on that continent, y'all better try every single one of them. And you don't try, please don't try Nigerian jollof.
Hey, I didn't say it too.
Look, y'all shouldn't come for me.
I love my
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
You
What's
know-
number three, Letitia?
Okay, I love wache. Y'all better try it. It's rice. Y'all know the Jamaican rice and peas. That's the wache, but it's better in Ghana.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
Yes.
And shit talk is a pepper.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yes. I feel like all of our food are very, very similar, but it was just maybe transporting wise, some stuff got left behind. But I think I love watching. That's like, my favorite. And there is this lady at our church who makes the best. Actually, in Naperville. Look, I'll tell you, but she makes. I think she brought it to Thanksgiving, and look, I was late to get it, and I was so mad. And she's not making it for Christmas, which I'm still mad, but that's okay. And yams. I love me some yams. Fried yams. Which one?
No.
I mean, which ones are you
are we
keeping?
not canceling?
Yeah, not canceling.
We are not canceling fufu.
Okay.
So for food, the last one, you said
Oh,
I was trying to interrupt
okay.
that before she go in.
So my three is wache. I'm sorry, I had to steal from one of you guys. Well, I think both of y'all said wache. But
Yeah, that's my favorite food.
is one of my favorite, especially with some fish on the side. Oh my God, there's some the spaghetti and the gari and then the shiitake.
Oh Lord.
That's extra.
I love it. I gotta be extra. And then red. I love red. Red has gotten me into some, especially when you eat it at night and it makes your stomach.
I some red.
Red is.
You better tell them what red is. Maybe
red is fried plantain. With like a red sauce. Good.
The oil, the red oil.
The red oil is what they use.
Palm oil.
And I don't know what else they put in it.
Beans.
Beans. Yes, beans. And I like mine personally with some fish and or beef, but fish.
And don't forget our eggs.
I'm a seafood girly. And my third one is benku and okra soup. Benku is, I think, fermented cornmeal or cassava dough. And okra soup is what it sounds like, but it's much better from the ones that you all eat that are not Ghanaian. I love the okra soup with crabs and all kind of fish and meat.
Oh, Jesus. Hungry.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, those are my three that should never be canceled. To be real, no Ghanaian food should ever be canceled. But those three and everything that we named should never be canceled. And please, if you haven't had kids, try it out. All of the dishes I named are from Ghana. Sorry to the other countries. Closing out the show, thank you all so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell your coworker, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your dog, tell your neighbor that cancel culture is the best out there. And we will see you on the next episode. Bye.